From knockouts to mugshots, from championship belts to ankle bracelets, they are, without a doubt, some of the baddest men to ever step inside a cage. But some of these UFC legends, their biggest fights didn't end with a tap out or a TKO, they ended up in a courtroom. Alright fight fans, buckle up because today we're diving headfirst into the charge sheets of some of the most famous fighters on the planet. These are the stories of the stars who got caught on the wrong side of the law. Now before we get into the nitty gritty, let's be crystal clear. This isn't gossip or speculation. We're basing this on published news articles and public case details. We'll even drop the links for you to check out yourself. This video is a long one, so grab a snack, and if you're new here, do us a solid and smash that like and subscribe button for more of the wildest stories from the world of MMA. Let's kick this off with a man whose name is as notorious, the man who needs no introduction, and apparently no introduction to a police station either. When you talk about crime and Conor McGregor, the two are practically synonymous.
Absolutely nobody!
The man is no stranger to the world of legal trouble, and honestly, we'd have to create an entire separate video to cover all his charges and offenses. If we tried to fit it all in here, we wouldn't get to talk about anyone else.
McGregor, il vient de se faire arrêter par la police. Je suis mort, c'est ouf.
But for today, let's dive into his infamous brawl in a bar. In April 2019, the former two-division champ appeared in a Dublin court and pled guilty to punching a man at the Marble Arch pub. The reason? The older gentleman had the audacity to refuse a free shot of Conor's Proper 12 whiskey. The CCTV footage, which was played for the whole world to see, shows McGregor slamming a shot glass down before uncorking a punch on a man old enough to be his father. During the hearing, it was revealed that this wasn't his first rodeo. McGregor had 18 prior convictions, mostly for things like speeding, but also for an assault back in 2009. In a truly priceless moment, his lawyer asked the court to give Conor one last chance, arguing that a criminal conviction could cause very severe difficulties for his career and his ability to get a visa for the United States. You can't make this stuff up, seriously, it's a shameful act hitting an old man for that. Maybe Khabib was right to make him tap and pay for his antics. And speaking of Khabib, let's not forget the dolly incident where he threw a hand truck through the window of a bus carrying Khabib's team. He was originally charged with a felony for that circus act, but thanks to a plea deal, it was knocked down to misdemeanor disorderly conduct, allowing him to dodge jail time and potentially deportation. Recently, he's been convicted in the Nikita Hand sexual assault case.
Hey, shut up. I don't talk with you.
Leave me alone!
Listen.
Well, this was investigated by police initially, Matt, who then decided that they couldn't bring forward a prosecution, which is why this is a civil case.
Right.
Nikita Hand, the complainant, pursued the case privately with lawyers, and it was found in Dublin's High Court.
Believe me, there are plenty more Conor McGregor stories, but we have to move on. We've got a whole other video on him in the works, so keep an eye out for that. Next up, a man whose talent is as legendary as his list of charges, Jon Bones Jones.
Hi, I'm Jon Jones of the UFC. A lot of people think us fighters are like a different breed.
The undisputed All-American former light heavyweight and heavyweight champ has had a career that's been a roller coaster of incredible highs and baffling lows. Most recently, he was charged with assault and interference with communications after an incident with a drug testing agent. Crystal Martinez, an agent from Drug Free Sport, claims Jones assaulted her when she tried to collect a sample. She alleges that when he couldn't provide a urine sample, she suggested a blood test instead. That's when Jones allegedly got irritated, took her phone, and started recording her.
I'm going to start with a couple of questions to Jon. How come this is the third time we're actually taking focus from the fighters and the fights and talking about what you have in your body, whether it's a picogram or a pictogram?
Next question, please. Thank you.
Dana White, tell me, why are we still having this guy here instead of seeing a 2-year suspension?
Someone hold on. Hold on. Sit down.
I'm sitting down.
I want to
Thank
take the
you.
mic from her. Better questions, better journalism.
But that's just the latest chapter in a very long book. Let's rewind to 2015. Jones was stripped of his UFC title and suspended indefinitely after a hit and run in New Mexico that left a pregnant woman with a broken arm. Let that sink in. He faced a felony charge of leaving the scene of an accident involving personal injury, but was ultimately released on a $2,500 bond. A judge didn't even impose travel restrictions. It's truly saddening to see that the law doesn't seem to be the same for everyone. And the hits keep coming. In 2021, Jones was arrested for domestic violence, and then there are the drugs tests. So many failed drug tests. In 2016, after testing positive for 2 banned substances, he blamed it on a sexual enhancement pill. So here's a pro tip, kids. If you ever get caught taking something you shouldn't, just say you were trying to have a good time on sexual enhancement pills.
UFC champion Jon Jones is out of the fight game and back in legal trouble. Just days after announcing his retirement, Jones is facing new criminal charges, accused of running a red light and plowing into another car.
It seems that if you have enough money and are a big enough star, you're above the law, and you can bet Uncle Dana will be right there to defend you.
Please, not like this. Hey.
Now for a name you might not expect on a list like this, the Eagle, Khabib Nurmagomedov.
The world, Khabib, the Eagle, Nurmagomedov.
In July 2024, the man who retired with a perfect record and a squeaky clean image landed in some very troubled waters. The former lightweight champion reportedly owes the Russian government more than $3.4 million in unpaid taxes. The discrepancy led to him closing some businesses and the Russian Federal Tax Service freezing his bank accounts. It's even been reported his cars were taken away. This case has reportedly prohibited Khabib from even leaving the Russian Federation, while authorities search for property to seize and sell. This falls under Article 199 of the Russian Criminal Code, non-payment of taxes on an especially large scale, which carries massive penalties. This all comes after he also caught flack for promoting crypto and investing platforms that were later fined by the US SEC for making misleading promises.
On finance, I am not very good on finance. And when I move to business world, there is so many ways where you can make haram money.
Yeah.
Because there is like, even you make money, where are you gonna keep this? This is a hard question, you know. And like I'm Muslim and I try to stay away from riba. And riba, one of the biggest sin Allah mentioned in Quran. I'm Muslim, you know.
Yeah.
And I try to stay away from this. And for me, it's very hard.
I've got to say, after hearing the news, I was heartbroken. Someone like Khabib, who seemed to be a person of virtue, getting involved in this. But it's a powerful reminder, friends, whenever there's that much money involved, even the nicest person on the planet can get caught up. Don't trust everything you see online. These stars have teams of people and marketing agencies building the reputation you see. Think twice before you idolize someone. Okay, let's run through a quick lightning round of fighters who pleaded guilty or faced serious charges. First, Platinum Mike Perry, bar fights, domestic disputes. The man has always been just one wild punch away from trouble.
Hey, no. Hey!
Then you have the American gangster himself, Chael Sonnen. Turns out the nickname isn't just for show. He was involved in a federal money laundering case during his UFC prime and was later charged with assault in Vegas, accused of beating up multiple people at a strip hotel. A couple from California alleged that Sonnen, without provocation or any communication whatsoever, put the husband in a chokehold and punched the wife multiple times in the face. Come on, Uncle Chael, we expect better. We know you're the American gangster, but we didn't think you'd target ordinary couples to prove it.
Where's that female? Where's that female that was here that said she was punched in the face?
Now we move on to a story that's just deeply, deeply sad. El Kakoi, Tony Ferguson. His wife Christina filed for a restraining order claiming Tony pushed her, abducting their son, and tore their house apart on several occasions. She said his behavior had been concerning for years but got significantly worse around 2017. She claims he flew into manic episodes, destroying property, ripping mirrors off walls, and dismantling appliances because he was looking for tracking devices and cameras.
No, we don't want anyone to get hurt. What's your husband's name?
Tony Ferguson.
Tony?
Yes.
How old is Tony?
He's 35.
In the court documents, she heartbreakingly claimed that Tony had stated their 2-year-old son was Jesus Christ, that he himself was the second Jesus Christ, and she was a witch. Christina clearly believes Tony is suffering from a severe mental illness.
I was giving you props. I was just wondering.
Fuck the advice. Next question.
I wasn't giving you advice, sir. Sorry. Okay.
It's truly disheartening to see the downfall of a once great champion now taking boxing matches with influencers like Salt Papi. Tony's story is a tragic reminder it's never too late to seek help for your mental health.
Just one more for you and one for Dana. You seem to be in really great spirits. I commend you for going headfirst into some mental health issues and working through that. It takes a lot of courage as a professional athlete, especially. A lot of people look up to you.
Alright fans, we're moving on to the last crime scene, and this one is different. This one truly clinches my heart and will make you question everything. In March of 2022, the MMA world was stunned. Former UFC heavyweight champion Cain Velasquez was arrested and charged with attempted murder. In a story that sounds like a movie script, Velasquez engaged in an 11-mile high-speed car chase, hunting down a man named Harry Goulart. Why? Because Goulart stands accused of molesting Velasquez's then 4-year-old son.
The former UFC heavyweight champion Cain Velasquez pleaded no contest in a San Jose courtroom today for attempted murder. The charges stem back to a high-speed chase in 2022 when the former fighter shot at a suspected pedophile.
During the case, Cain fired multiple rounds into Goulart's car, which was also carrying Goulart's mother and stepfather. Cain hit the stepfather in the arm. Velasquez now faces 10 felony charges, including attempted murder. If convicted, he could spend the rest of his life in prison. After his arrest, Cain's statement was, "I know what I did, and I know what I did was very dangerous to other people. I'm willing to do anything I have to pay back that. Whatever the court feels correct for what I have to do. I'm going to do it with my head up and still be me and not play the blame game. It was me that did that and reacted in that way."
Oh, but this guy molested his son multiple times. I don't know how many times, but he did what every father would have done. If you're not a father, you do not understand the murderous rage you would have if some man molested your baby.
While recording this, I feel emotional. I've got tears in my eyes. I just want to add my personal opinion here. There's no place in our society for a predator like Goulart who would harm a 4-year-old child. But this case forces us to ask a terrible question. Are Cain's actions justified? What would you do if that was your child?
Todo el tiempo había mucho amor. Y ahora yo tengo mi propia familia, mi girlfriend Michelle, y tengo un bebé. Yo conocí a Michelle como ya 2 años estamos juntos, y la niña ya tiene 8 meses. Me gusta tener una familia.
I'm going to leave that decision for you. Let us know your thoughts in the comments section. I still believe Cain should be free, and we support Cain Velasquez. Alright folks, that's all for today. We'll see you in the next video.